Hello students, welcome to your English 1 class. Today I am going to teach you chapter 21 in your grammar book, that is about conditional sentences. Okay, the word condition itself tells you that there are some known factors sometimes and some hypothetical situations, children, and their outcomes. It means there will be a situation and you will express a condition based on whether the action, how the action in the sentence would follow. Okay, the most common conjunction that is used in the conditional sentences is the conjunction if. That is why these clauses are mostly referred to as the if clauses. Okay, we use the conjunction if in these clauses. That is why they are known as the if clauses. Fine. And there are three types of if clauses, children. There are three types of if clauses. First conditional, second conditional, and third conditional. These are the three kinds of the if clauses, three types of conditional clauses. They will tell you about known factors sometimes and sometimes about hypothetical situation, means imaginary situations and their consequence. Okay, like we'll take an easy example. If water reaches 100 degrees, it will boil. Okay, this is an easy example. If water reaches 100 degrees, it will boil. This is the known factor and this is the consequence. Okay. Now we will talk about the kinds of conditional sentences. As I told you, there are three kinds: first conditional, second conditional, and the third conditional clause. So we will start with the first conditional clause. The first conditional clause, children, it talks about a situation which is most likely to happen. Most likely to happen is means the condition will most likely be fulfilled, means the thing will be taking place. Okay, there are more chances of the situation taking place. How do you form a sentence of first conditional clause? Of course, because we are talking about the if clauses, the sentence may start with if. Okay, and with the conditional word, it means when you use the conjunction if, that clause will have simple present tense. You can check the example that I gave you. Okay, this will have simple present tense and the main clause will have will. It means the simple future tense. Okay, will plus base verb. So will plus base verb, of course, is simple future tense. Okay, let's take example. If you work hard, you will get good marks in your exams. Yes. So what do you notice here in this sentence? There are two clauses. The first subject, yes, and this is the second subject. Where is the first clause? This one is the first clause. This one is the second clause. Now what about the subordinate clause? The one which starts with the conjunction becomes your subordinate clause. If is the conjunction used here? Yes. So this is your subordinate clause starting with if. Which tense is being used here? This is subject, this is verb. If you work hard. Which tense is this? Simple present. Yes. This is simple present tense. What did I tell you? The first conditional clause which depicts situations which are most likely to be fulfilled. Yes, most likely to be fulfilled. You have the subordinate clause starting with if, and your clause, that subordinate clause, is in simple present tense. Next comes your main clause. You will get good marks in your exams. This is your helping verb. This is your main verb. Will plus get. Which tense is this? Simple future tense. Yes, this is simple future tense. So, the if clause will have simple present tense. The main clause will have simple future tense. One thing that has been already taught to you many times is that whenever you have a sentence which starts with a conjunction, after the completion of that clause, you need to put a comma. Correct. You need to put a comma. Don't forget this comma. Whenever your conditional clause ends, you need to put a comma. Okay. Now let us take one more example. Suppose we have go through the sentence, children. If you do not ring the bell, the servant will not come. Okay. Where is the conditional clause? Starting with if. If you do not ring the bell, this is your conditional clause. This is your main clause. The servant will not come. This starts with if. This is the subject. This is the verb. Yes. This is in simple present tense. And this, the servant will not come. This is simple future tense. Correct? So this is the example of the first conditional clause where there is more possibility of the condition being fulfilled. It's really high. Okay, most likely. See, if you say if, like, let's take one more example now. If it rains, I will take an umbrella with me. Okay. So isn't this condition most likely to be fulfilled? If you see raining, of course you will take an umbrella. Yes. If you get hurt, of course you will put the ointment. So these are certain situations where the chances of the thing taking place are really high. So if it rains, this is your subordinate, this is your conditional clause. Simple present tense, correct? This is the main clause starting with the subject. This is your verb, this is your main verb. So this is your simple future tense. Okay. So I hope you have understood the first conditional clause where the clause starts with if, and then which tense do you have? The simple present tense. It means the conditional clause is in simple present tense. Okay. And the main clause, children, it will be the result, you can say. The main clause always tells about the consequence, the result. Okay. So the result is always told in simple future tense. Now we will talk about the second conditional clause. The second conditional now how do you frame your conditional sentence here when you want to talk about a situation which is of course possible to fulfill? Okay, it is not that it is not possible to be fulfilled, but what? But unlikely to happen. Means it does not talk about any situation which is not possible to happen but unlikely. Unlikely to happen means it's not going to happen. Okay, something will stop. Suppose I talk about your taste. If you had interest in cooking, I would buy a cookery book for you. Now you have a sentence here. See? You have two clauses, of course. This is the first clause. This one is the second clause. This starts with if. This is the conditional clause. Yes? Now which type of conditional clause is it? Second conditional clause. How do you frame it? There is one verb, had. It means this is which tense? Simple past. Yes, this is simple past tense, and the main clause, the result will have would plus verb. So how do you have your second conditional sentence? If plus simple past tense. Which tense we had in the first conditional clause, children? We had the simple present tense. Here we have the simple past tense. Okay, we have the simple past tense, and then the result of this situation will be told in would plus verb. Okay, this will tell you the result of the situation. Okay, see, if you had interest in cooking, it is not that it is not possible to have interest in cooking. Of course it is possible, but you do not have, it means this is unlikely to happen. Either you develop that interest or it won't be there. Fine. So if you had interest in cooking, I would buy a cookery book for you. It is not impossible but not likely to happen. I hope you follow this, the difference between possibility and unlikely to happen. Okay, so if plus simple past tense, this will be your conditional clause, and the main clause would be would plus verb. Let's take another example. If he instructed the boy he would not make a mistake. Okay. See, this is your if clause. This is the result, that is the main clause. Yes. Starting with if he instructed the boy. Is it impossible to instruct the boy about the rules? No. It is possible. Yes. But he did not. Correct? He would not make a mistake. It means he made a mistake. Okay. He would not make. Would and make. Correct? Here This is the verb. Which tense is this? Simple past tense, and the main clause will have would plus verb. So if he instructed the boy, it is not impossible to instruct the boy about the rules, but not likely to happen. It means the boy was not instructed. Understood? So in second conditional sentences, it is possible to fulfill the condition, but not likely to happen. Okay, structure we have already discussed. I gave you 2 examples. You have the if clause with simple past tense and the main clause with would and verb. Okay, in the first conditional clause, you have the if clause with simple present tense and the result, the main clause with will and verb, base verb. It means simple future tense. Okay. Now we'll talk about the third conditional clause. Let us now talk about the third conditional clause. Third conditional clauses. What kind of conditions are depicted in this third conditional clause? The third conditional clause tells about situations which are where there is no possibility of the condition being fulfilled. Why? Because it talks about a thing that already happened in the past. Okay. Suppose after giving your second terminal examinations, when you had your results, you regretted your marks and you wanted the result to be better. Fine. Is it possible to change the marks of the second terminal now? No. Understood? So, the thing is that it talks about situations which are not possible to be fulfilled. It talks about condition. So, how will you frame a sentence like, see, if I had worked hard, I would have scored better marks. Understood? I hope this sentence is understood to all. Already the exam is over. You have the result, but if the result is not good, you will think that if I had worked hard, this is the condition and this is the consequence. Is it possible to attain this consequence now when already this situation is over? We are talking about something that already happened in the past. Okay, I had worked hard. It means I did not work hard. Correct? So this conditional sentence, this condition is not possible of being fulfilled. Impossible. Okay, because it's already over. So if I had worked hard, I would have scored better marks. Understood? What is the formation of this third conditional sentence? The if clause, children had and worked. I hope you recognize the tense here. Yes, this is past perfect tense. So the conditional clause will have which tense? Past perfect tense. And the result, the consequence of this would be, here we had would. Okay, here we'll have would, have, and then past perfect hai na? So past participle here also. Okay, understood the formation of this third conditional sentence. The conditional clause will be told in past perfect tense. I hope you remember the formation of past perfect tense. It has only one helping verb, that is had, and the third form of the main verb, that is the past participle form of the main verb, because this is the perfect tense, correct? And then the result of this situation would be told with would have. These are the two helping verbs, and where is the main verb? The main verb will be the same. Okay, whatever form here we have used, the same form would be used here. Would have and the third form of the verb. It means the past participle form of the verb. Fine. If you had eaten healthy food, if you had eaten healthy food, you would not have fallen ill. Where is the conditional clause? If you had eaten healthy food, it means you did not eat. It's over. And now you are sick. Correct? So this refers to something that is already over. Fine? If you had eaten healthy food, helping verb, main verb. Which tense is this? Past perfect. Correct? Had plus third form. Yes? If had plus third form. Where is the consequence? You would not have fallen ill. This is a negative sentence, children. That is why between the two helping verbs you had to place this negative word. Okay. You would not have fallen ill. You wouldn't have fallen ill. So would have plus the third form of the verb. Plus verb third form. If there is a chance of negation, you will use the negative word in between the two first two verbs. Understood? If you had eaten healthy food, you would not have fallen ill. It means the situation is already over. There is no possibility. There is zero possibility of the condition being fulfilled because it is already referring to the past, and past cannot be changed. Okay. Now let us do this first exercise that is on page 126. Exercise A. Underline the condition in these sentences and circle the result. You may just mark it as C and R. C means condition and R means the result. Okay, let's go through it. Second one. If they know him, they will be able to recognize him in the photos. It's very easy. How? All the clauses that will start with if. Yes. What will it be? The condition. So here throughout you see the first clause is the if clause. So the first clause will be the conditional clause, the condition. Where is the result? The part that comes after the comma in every sentence is the result of this condition. If they know him, this is the condition. What is the result? They will be able to recognize him in his photo. If I speak loudly, condition, then the whole class will be able to hear my words. This is the result. If he sings well, this is the condition. He can perform at our annual function. This is the result. If I don't tell you the route, this is the condition. What is the result? You won't be able to find your way back home. Correct? If she decides to take up the project, this is the condition. We should all help her complete it. This is the result. Seventh, if Rachel says that the keys are lost, condition, we will have to go to the locksmith. This is the result. If Ravi admits his mistake, condition, we should all forgive him. Result. The ninth one, if India makes more solar plants, condition, and the result is it would result in a lot less power consumption. The last one, children, if they grow organic vegetables in their garden, this is the condition, and the result is they won't have to buy any from the market. So this is your first exercise on page 126. Exercise B, you need to add the conditional clauses. It means you will start the clause with if. They will succeed. It will suffer a setback. It will let you. They will ignore. She will help you. They will return. We will. All the main clauses are in simple future tense. Okay. So what will this if clause in which tense will you write this if clause? In simple present tense. Okay. All these sentences of exercise B are in first conditional clause. Do this exercise at home. If you face a problem, do let me know. Thank you, children.